Hello, I'm Phantom2502, and welcome to Satisfactory 1.1. This is going to be a tutorial Let's Play series. It's going to be a little bit different than some of the other tutorials. I tend to build what I like to call a progressive build. So I don't tear down anything that I've built before that are machines. It's one build from beginning to end. As I get different recipes, that just becomes part of the new build. I don't rip down previous parts. Um, I'm building this because my son and his friends are playing this, and I found them playing after once you get to tiers 3 and 4. They're getting very confused with their builds. A bunch of stuff is spaghetti all over the place, and just getting really overwhelmed by the complexity of the build. And then there's also a bunch of people I hear online that, they tear things down, start again, make it look fresh, or they get new recipes and they have to tear everything down. So I want to do this to show a way to have a very optimized build math-wise, while just adding on buildings one step at a time and not tearing down anything. So if that is something you would like, I'm going to try to make this easy to follow, one step at a time, trying to make it at least to a tier 5, tier 6, or the introduction to that, because once you get into that part of the game, things do get more complex. But I want to at least try to get you there, because some people get overwhelmed by the game way before that. I just want to make it simple baby steps to get there, because I find the game opens up and really becomes really nice to play and very good for exploring, and really opens up once you hit tier 5, tier 6. So I just want to get people over the step to get there. I may do more advanced series later. If this isn't my first Let's Play series on Satisfactory, I do have an 80 episode series. And that uses pretty much the same progressive build system. So if you want to look at that, you can look at my channel. I have it as a playlist as well. The only thing is the audio is not the best in it. So anyway, that's the end of the start of this. So to start new game, first we're going to go to options and go to gameplay. And let's see, what am I looking for? Or is it in video? Yeah, video. So if you go to video, if you're on any sort of PC or laptop, you can go to this Run Hardware Benchmark, and you can click that. And then that will auto-select the graphic settings best for whatever computer or laptop you're on. You will notice that my settings are basically at the lowest possible, so the graphics in my game on these videos will not look as good as a lot of the other streamers who have like very high-end tech. I'm running a laptop from 2016, so yeah, so that's going to be that. But that will set things, things if you're running on too high for your computer, things are going to like freeze quite a bit more. If you run this benchmark, it will tailor it the experience for you, so you don't get much freezing or slow gameplay at the beginning. Alright, so new game. You have unsaved changes. They'll be reverted if you continue. Yeah, I don't need to revert them. It's the same thing anyways. Alright, we're going to go to new game. Now, my other Let's Play series, it's an update for it, but a lot of the tutorial is going to be similar to this. It has a progressive build system, but this time I'm going to go to my favorite area, the Northern Forest. You can follow along with me with the Northern Forest build, even though it says it's for a little bit more advanced pioneers, not first time. If you're following along with this, you should be fine. If you want to go start at the grass fields because you're the first time pioneer, go check. You can follow this and also check out my update for Let's Play series, even though the audio is not the best on it. If you follow that through for location specific stuff, you can follow that one. and follow this one at the same time for maybe some new updates on the Satisfactory 1.1 progression, and kind of look at the two and make it through from there. All right, so we're going to start a Northern Forests session name to tutorial build. I will not skip onboarding process since I like starting from scratch off the bat, and it's easier that way. And this is a tutorial series, so let's go. And I'm going to confirm. No advanced game settings, and I'm not skipping onboarding. Alright, let's wait for this to load. So basically this episode, I'm just going to bring you through the beginning, from where you start to building your hub, what makes a good building location, and what things you need to do off the start. So that will be the what we're doing for this episode. Yeah, I definitely have longer load times than most people.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Palestine region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Date program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun.
Oh no, the skipping parachute, that's not good. Alright, I wonder where they started me.
Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, A-B-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
Alright, so that's the beginning. So basically, at the beginning you have your objectives on your left that you want to follow. So let's see. and you had to use its WASD keys to move. Let's see. Okay, so onboarding objective 1, equip the Xeno Zapper. Press tab. Okay, open inventory. And drag and drop equipment to the hand slot to equip it. Alright, so you can either drag and drop.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fix it incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub.
Alright, so there's dragging things from inventory to your hands or your slots. You can also go up here and double click it, and that will automatically put it in. So that's a little bit more of an advanced technique. Alright, so objective 2, dismantle the drop pod. Press F to dismantle mode, and then while in dismantle mode, hold left mouse button to dismantle. Pretty easy.
Next objective, use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Alright, V, iron. Okay, so there's going to be iron over there, so that's where we're going to go first. Now, there's 2 areas in Northern Forest where you could start. I think I started at the closer area to where I want to be. I think. Jumping is spacebar, by the way, and if you hold shift while doing W or directions, W get to run, and then you can run and jump by holding shift, W, and jump. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go down here just to show you the path. I think it's down here. Alright, so this I guess is one of the starting areas in the Northern Forest where they drop you. Another one is quite a bit east from here. So if you start in the other one that's got a lot more trees, there's a little bit of a lake nearby, you have a closer iron nodes over there, but I like starting in the area that's called the Nexus. I find it's really good for building, has really good nodes, even though they have made it not as good as it used to be. I find it's still a really good spot for building where you can do most of the game all in one location. While if you start anywhere else, especially over there and the other spots, it's going to be harder to build. There's a lot of trees around you. It's not as much open space. To get over to here, what you can notice at the top of the screen, you have a compass. See, there's E for east, N for north, W for west. What you want to do is you're going to see kind of a path, kind of like this, on your westbound, and just follow it, and eventually you'll get over to this section with this rock here and here. And as you get further and further west, if you do your V scan, your nodes that it's getting you towards should be more towards the west or like a little bit more northwest of this path. Alright, so one of the first things we got to do, I like to gather around 1,000 grass, because we will later need grass or wood for power. If you're in Northern Forest, Dune Desert, or Grassy Field, it's going to be grass. If you're in the Rocky Desert, there's not a lot of grass. It's more wood. There you can do wood. Instead of 1,000, I guess for wood, probably like 200 to 400. For grass, I'd say between 1,000 and 2,000. If you get less, it's not a big deal. It just means you're going to be going for more shrubs more often. To grab grass and leaves, just press E and just spam it on any shrubbery, and you'll gather leaves and a little bit of wood. Or if you're in the Rocky Desert, it'll be mostly little branches, and it'll be mostly wood instead of leaves. And just keep going like this. And you can see the numbers on the bottom left are how much I have right now. So I'm up to 300. Yeah, it's a bit of a grind if you're doing this early, but this will save you a lot of time later on. and a lot of like going from building to having to gather a bunch of grass all the time. So it's good just to get a good supply early. And you can do this as you're going towards wherever the node is. Alright, we're going that way. 273 meters towards iron. No matter where your start spot is, you want to be close to iron. Alright, 800. I'll go with the low end to 1,000. There we go. Oh, and you know what? I'm going this way anyways. Might as well just keep picking up. Where is it? It's this way still. Pretty sure it's just up this path. Yeah, alright. Okay, down this path. Let's get ourselves to... already up to 1,500. Now, once you get to any nodes, you're going to get to your first enemies. These hogs are most starting locations near nodes. And here's how you battle them. So it's going to be left click to hit. And you basically want them to charge at you, and then as they run over you, try to hit them, try to come down, try to chase them, turn around them. Alright, okay, they're going to chase after me. There we go. You kind of jump move to the side and hit them as they pass you. And they'll give you remains.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Alright, I'm pretty sure this is iron nodes. Yeah, okay, so here, start mining iron node. See, most nodes will have a little cap on the top. So that's where we start first. In iron node, you see it will be +6 each time
objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer.
I'm just going to get rid of, there's 3 iron nodes here, I'm just going to get rid of the tops on all 3 of them. At this section you want somewhere between 30 iron and 77 iron for the start. Or you can be over that, depending on your starting location. Alright, I just want to clear that. Okay, so where to build the hub? So that's an important question, no matter where you are. So this is called the Nexus. This is one of the best spots I find in the game to build. Why? Because you have a lot of iron. There's 4 pure iron nodes. Now, if you're beginning, you won't know what the difference is, and they don't really tell you in the game. So you have different nodes of purity. There's impure, normal, and pure. And basically, once you get automated miners, impure will do 30 a minute, normal will do 60 a minute, and pure will do 120. The only really differences that make is that it's going to cost you more miners earlier and then cost you more power. So you'd have to, if you have more impure nodes, you just have to build a bit more miners and a bit more power than I will starting here. So in general, what I like to do is build my hub on land near a huge drop. And the reason for that is later on when I get foundations, this is going to give me a massive building area that doesn't really interfere with the ground or exploration in it. And I can build several floors down in this area, up. So it's going to be a huge starting area. Also, you need a little bit of space, probably around this size or bigger, of mostly flat ground to get your initial build going. If you're in the grass fields, you can look at my other video series for Update 4. It does a starting position in the southeast grass field. It'll build the hub in a similar way that I'm doing here, just near a cliff, going off a cliff, near iron nodes. There's 2 other locations that are similar in the south and southwest area. Southwest will be near the waterfalls coming down from the other side. So those are 3 areas. If you're in the Rocky Desert, you're not going to really have this option much. There you're going to have to do a build that's over an ocean, so have a little bit of area going over an ocean, have the ocean as a big flat build. Dune Desert, you can go onto dunes and then have like an up build going west towards the cliffside. And as for some of the grass fields, if you're near an area where there's 2 areas that have cliffs, one has gas rocks, would be kind of like a yellow greenish like smoke coming from one side, or you won't have that, but it'll be mostly kind of like a canyon where there's a cliff near you. In both of those suggestions. In those suggestions, you have to do a 3rd type of build, which this won't matter as much. It'll be building up. You'll have the initial things on the ground, and then you'll have to build floors up and above that. That one I don't find as easy or as efficient, especially when you get water. You got to do pumps more and stuff like that. If you want a really good spot to follow when you're in the grassy fields, just look at my other video series and try to make your way to the southeast part of the grassy fields from wherever you start, or anywhere south or southwest to get near an edge to make it easier for building. I find that having access to build easier I find is a better criteria than even some of the nodes, because you'll be exploring later. Alright, so the hub. How do I want this? Alright, so I'm going to do this way. Okay, and then this might take me a few tries, but I want to be close to the edge, but not super close, because there's going to be a few things I put on the left side towards the edge. So I might have to move this a few times, hopefully not too much. And I want the angle to go out towards this way, like 90 degrees towards it. So let's say something like that.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade
I
1.
don't know, do I like the angle or do I want to switch the angle on this? Alright, so what I'm kind of looking at is how close I am to the nodes, because I will have storage facilities. Those will come up to here. And I'll probably get it out to there. They go that way. You know what, this might be okay. And then this comes out. And yeah, I do want it kind of towards that gap there. Yeah, I think we're good. Pretty much towards that gap. It'll be tight over here as I'm building, but it should be good. Okay. So that's the way you want the hub. We're going to be building a little bit of storage containers here. So you want a little bit out and enough to put a line. And as long as that doesn't hit the node too much, you should be fine. So you want a straight line here that's kind of clear, and not much in this section because it will have a lot of storage containers and buildings around here. You also want the direction of this to go off the cliff and towards where you're going to have a very big open space for building. And me, I usually use that gap if you're over here in the nexus. This area right here is called the nexus. Alright, so now we have the hub. And yeah, this should be enough space for a little bit later. Okay, so at the hub, and we have 2 things right now. We have this terminal, and this is where we do all our milestones, all our main game research. So go to Hub Upgrade 1. We're just going to unlock the Equipment Workshop, the Portable Miner, and one hand equipment slot. We hit Select Milestone, and then down here's the cost, which is 10 iron rods. Now, this will give us what we need is 10 of these. We don't have them right now. So we'll go over here. This is the craft bench. Just do manual crafting. Then at the beginning of the game, we're going to do a lot of manual crafting, and then we're going to start automating more and more. There's going to be a mix, and then towards later in the game, it's going to be no more manual crafting. But for a lot of the beginning, it's going to be a mix, or even at the beginning like this, mostly. All right, so we have a recipe for iron ingots. That goes from iron ore that we picked up, and that can go into ingots. And then we have iron plates, which can be made by those ingots, and iron rods as well. We need 10 iron rods to unlock our hub upgrade. So let's do that. So it'll be, and you can notice the number on the left on iron rods. So wait till that gets to 10. All right, then go over to iron rod. 10. All right, and the hub, and upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 1, Storage and Frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2.
So each hub upgrade is just going to make your hub more complete. This one didn't add much, but it added this personal storage box. What I like to do here is just put all of my greenery in there. You can double click an item to move it over, or you can drag it. You can also control click to put everything of a similar thing. And I think shift click also does something. I'm going to keep my iron stuff on me, and then keep the rest of my stuff that I don't need right now in this equipment personal storage box. Alright, I always like to see my next objective in the top right corner, so I'm going to move to Hub Upgrade 2. This could unlock all this stuff, and the cost is down here, 20 rods and 10 plates. Select milestone. That puts it in the top right corner so that I have something to see. Alright, so this episode is done. We built our hub. We did our first upgrade. I showed you where to build and how to get here. With my other Let's Play series, you can also reference, if you're in the grassy fields, how to get this done over there. I'm Phantom2502, and hopefully you'll come back for next time as we actually start building. See you next time.